Hey guys, welcome back to a new Next Gen Society video. It has been a very long time, but for the past few days, I felt like I really just needed to return because, well, based on what the title's showing, The Great Divide, I think that this year in 2025 will be the time where things are really going to change in society. It's where we'll have people who are going to do really well and people who are going to do really bad. And that is something that I just had to address. Right now, I don't really have any formal topics in where I actually have like a group of where I'll focus on like a specific niche. I'm kind of just doing whatever. And in the time which I was away, I was just doing other stuff, but I've got time and this is something I just wanted to do, so let's get on with the video. Now, why am I making this video? It is very apparent that there are two people in this world, winners and losers, just as it says on the slide. And this can be in the form of money, status, relationships, health, general happiness, basically anything because you've got to realize with life is a competition. And with competitions, you'll have a winner slash winners, and then you'll have people that lose. And winning is great, and losing sucks. So the reason why I'm making this video is because when you win, it means that there's more opportunity. It means that you can further progress, and it means people can capitalize and keep on improving. But when you lose, you're essentially stuck at the same point. And there are people that say that, oh, you can learn from your losses, but learning from your losses doesn't mean anything until you actually win. And with the opportunity thing, the problem is with some winners is that you'll get the people who win, but eventually they'll get comfortable and then they won't be bothered with life anymore and they won't put any effort. And all of their wins just stacks up to losses and losses and losses. And I think a good way of understanding this is people that live in first world countries and in the West. So I'm talking about your US's and your UK's because essentially being born in one of these countries is one of the biggest wins you can get. For example, if I take my country of the UK, there's 60 million. There's a 60 million population. So you're telling me that out of 8 billion in the world, you have 60 million people, and you really have there's a decent amount of equality of opportunity in this country where you can start from almost anywhere in society and not maybe make yourself right to the very top, but put yourself in a situation where you are doing pretty well for yourself. So what that happens though is that people will see that and they'll live their comfortable life and they won't push any further, but then they'll get complacent and that's when things starts to go bad. And yeah, that's not good at all. And now, why have I said that the Great Divide is coming in 2025? Why couldn't it be 2023? Why couldn't it be 2024? Why couldn't it be way in the past, way in the future? Why now? And the reason is simple. Time is of the essence. You've got to realize that every second that you aren't working, somebody else is. You've got to realize that a lot of life does come down to effort. Yes, there is an element of talent there, but people won't be able to actually find their talents unless they actually try at something. And just as the second bullet point says here, even if you are putting work in to improve your life, if someone is either A, doing it at a faster rate, then you'll still be behind, or B, started before you, that ultimately means that you lose. And I feel like there's a great amount of this type of stuff happening. I feel like in 2025 and in the society that we're living in, people really have to be proactive and they really need to get out there and do their own thing, especially with the increase of stuff like AI. a lot of your simpler, more comfortable jobs will be more difficult to actually attain because AI is going to be taking them jobs. Like we see a lot of structural changes in terms of construction, and obviously in a lot of first world countries are going into tertiary sectors. But even tertiary sectors like different services are changing as well. Like quick example, if you think about a company such as McDonald's, obviously if you wanted to get food, then what you'd have to do is obviously uh, go up to the counter and actually order it. But now there's already like the service where all you have to do is just click a few buttons and then that's all. So obviously what that does is that it means that less people are actually hired, and that means that the job market in other areas is going to get more difficult. So that's already one example, and there's plenty more that me and you could probably think of where if people aren't constantly evolving, they're going to get left behind, and then this is what causes the great divide. Because obviously, if someone's losing their job due to not working hard enough, somebody is obviously winning. And the people that are winning are obviously the entrepreneurs and the businessmen slash women because they'll be able to lower their costs and increase their profit margins even further. So that's something else that you've also got to consider. So what this all means is that if you're left behind and you're not keeping up, you're going to lose. And by losing, I mean that you're going to make less money in terms of like real GDP. It means that your relationships with your close ones may start to dwindle. It may mean that you're less lonely. It may mean that your health gets progressively worse, and it just repeats itself, and gets worse and worse and worse. Now, I want to talk about the winner circle and the loser circle a bit more because it's important to identify the type of people that you need to be with, slash the type of person you need to be in order to be a winner. And then it's also important to think about the type of people that you don't want to be associated with, and that's the losers. So with the winner circle, you have it's a very small part of the population. I'm talking about your top, not even top 5%, maybe a top one or two, like at this point. So these are your millionaires, high status, respected by everyone. They have the nice car, the nice house, etc., etc. I think you know I'm going with this. And the thing is, which a lot of these people have, is discipline and consistency. Because in order to be a millionaire or a billionaire or essentially make a lot of money or create a high level personal brand for yourself, what you really need is a clear vision. You need to stick on that vision every single day. You'll see what a lot of people do is that, quick example, uh, working out at the gym. In order to get like a jacked, like buff physique, you really need to be like, and I'm assuming that like you'll have like, even if you have top tier like genetics, that'll take you at least 2 to 3 years. And that's just the top tier genetics. So when you think about the average, and that's really gonna be like 5 years like of like hard consistent work at the gym. And do you see everyone walking around with six packs and like jacked muscles? No, you don't. So that shows that the average guy, the average girl is not putting in that discipline and consistency. But you do see the minority of people that are actually putting in that work. And that's the type of qualities that you need in the winner's circle. But as I've put right here, there's a counter argument. Oh, but some people don't have to put any effort. They're just born that way. Which, I mean, it's true. Like if you think about, for example, like the monarchy, or you think about people that are born into like the elites of like society, yeah, they've been born that way. Yeah, they've been extremely lucky, and the work that they've had to put in is proportionally probably less than someone of like a working class background. But you've just got to roll with it. You can't complain because at the end of the day, they don't really care about your situation. they don't have any sympathy for you. So when you think about it like that, you still need to take control of your life, and you still need to make sure that you need to be better when you die compared to when you were born. You need to put yourself in a better situation, your family in a better situation, and your community in a better situation. So essentially, don't try to think of all of the people that have like started out way ahead in the race. You've really got to think about finishing with your best personal best. Now let's talk about the loser circle. And the loser circle, as I've kind of already previously stated, is well, your normies and your people that are just way like bottom dwellers. These are people that are like staying at home every day. They're eating like chips and crisps and pizza and whatever it is, and like just essentially like wasting their time because they've essentially given up with life. And the two main qualities that these people have is that they're comfortable and lazy. They're comfortable being in the bottom dwelling situation that there is because it's nice and easy to stay there and nobody's going to complain. And then that obviously leads to laziness as well. And why don't you want to be in this circle? Ambition. I really believe that every person has an ambition to actually do something. People want to improve, people want to get better. And this is exactly why I made this video, because I've been thinking to myself the past couple of days where I really want to like excel. I feel like right now I'm still quite youthful, and it's like if I'm comparing myself to my peers, I'm doing well, but I want to be elite. I want to be really up there. I want to be not even just top 10%, not five. I want to be like top one. I want to be that guy. I really want to be that guy. And like it's that excitement that you get, which I feel like a lot of people do have, but it's just not bringing it out. Now, do you feel like in 2025, in this social media age where there's way too much dopamine, it's like a lot of people just don't have that ambition. So I feel like now's the point where you can either A, lock in, put in that work consistently, day in, day out, and take the dub, or just lose. It's really as simple as that. Now, I've just got some concluding remarks on the slides. Read through if you want, but I'm assuming all of you guys can read. If you can't, I'll just quickly go through what I'm saying. So, just says the urge to become better is diminishing. People are happy to stay average or even below average as long as they can stay comfortable. Those that have gained success are taking over. Time is running out to pick a side, fight and win, or surrender and lose. Now, this was a very generalized video, but I am planning to go into a bit more detail in terms of societal divides, in terms of people who are successful and people who are not, all of this stuff. I'll be honest, I can't promise consistent uploading because with the channel and the way it is, it's like, I'll see how it goes because I'm really just making these videos for the fun of it, just that I have essentially a little bit of a hobby to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you if you've ended up watching till the end, and if you are new here, which I don't think much people are, but yeah, if you are, go look at my other videos if you're interested, and that's all. Peace.